මේ පොලිටිකල්ලට දෙනවා අපි දෙනවා අපේ ඡන්දේ මුන් අපේම මව්බිම කනවා බලන්නකො මාවේ නැන්දේ මේ පොලිටිකල්ලට දෙනවා අපි දෙනවා අපේ ඡන්දේ මුන් අපේම මව්බිම කනවා බලන්නකො මාවේ නැන්දේ
Right. We are back on Personalities in Focus and speaking to the new President of Sri Lanka, His Excellency Chaminda Pusswedilla. Your Excellency, tell me, you were very critical of the former regime with regards to bribery and corruption and promised a complete overhaul of the system when you come to power.
Correct.
How do you plan to do this?
Right. Now you see, Western thing, I'm totally against the briberies and corruption. Huh?
Of course.
But you know, what people must understand is that there is a difference between a bribe and a gift. Now you see, when you are doing something and you ask for money, then what is that?
Well, it's clearly a bribe.
Ah, very good.
Good.
Now, when you are doing something and you give a gift, a santosam.
A what?
Santosam and santosam, something you give for the happiness. Then that is what? That is a gift. And a gift is not a bribe.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, that is what people must remember. You know?
There is a very fine line between the two.
Yes, man. But the important thing is, there is a line.
Quite. What about corruption then?
What about it?
How do you plan to attack corruption?
Right. Now you see, when you are doing a deal,
Yes.
everyone is entitled to from like 10 to 20%, no?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, that is there in the whole world. No one does business for charity, no man? Right.
Your Excellency.
So now as long as the figure is between 10 and 20%, then that is not corruption, no? But if the amount is more than 20%, they are very corruptions people. Yeah, as long as they are doing a good job, everyone is entitled to 10 to 20%. Also, if the contractor who is getting the deal wants to give the ministry or the government a gift, then that is also not a bribe.
Of course.
See, I have completely eradicated briberies and corruption.
I see. What about the allegations of blatant nepotism on your part?
Nepotism.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people are talking about the nepotism. No?
Indeed.
Now, those who are saying it is blatant, they only say so because they don't know the real meaning of nepotism. What we must remember is that nepotism has been around for a long time.
Your Excellency, by nepotism, I believe the reference is to the fact that so many of your friends and close family members have been given high positions in government.
I know what nepotism means, man.
Well, I wasn't trying to insinuate
Giving
that.
your family and friends high positions, no?
Yes, of course, yes.
Now, Vesta, is there a certain crumbling of Western society?
Well, I do agree there's a certain moral decay in society.
Decay. I like that word. I'll learn it. Cyril, mage වචන පොතේ ලියා ගන්න ඕක.
Also, decay ne?
Now, why is Western society decay?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency.
Because the most important part of society is decay. And what is that?
Well, the family, I guess.
Very good. Family is very important, no?
Yes.
I am giving my family members high positions to show to the whole country and the whole world the importance of the family unit. If we look after our family, then society is looked after. And then the country is looked after. Now, Esther, I am the one child.
Beg your pardon? Do you mean to say you have one child?
Yes, I have one child.
Yes.
But I am the one child, the one son.
Oh, you mean you were the only child?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
So, my family is my cousins and second cousins and all. Now, you see, my son, he is my coordinating secretary. My cousin Manjula, he is the Prime Minister. Do you know why?
Well, I hope it's because he's qualified to be Prime Minister, but...
Wait, I will show you.
Now, Your Excellency, Your Excellency, this is highly irregular. I must...
I'm
Your
trying to
Excellency, please
show you
sit down.
something.
We cannot
Hey,
continue...
who's president?
What?
Who is president? You're president or I'm
Your
president?
Excellency, that's not the
You're
point.
president or I'm president?
You're the president, but...
Sit.
Who is secretary?
Hari.
Who is secretary?
Right. Now look, I will explain to you. See. Now this is line. I am front of line. Right. Now this is Prime Minister.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I am doing my job. Now, if the next in line doesn't want to be in my position, see what happens, huh? Now see. Oh, I have plenty of room to do my job. Huh? No problem. I can go, I can come. Everything is fine. Now see what happens if everyone else in the line wants to be in my position. Huh? Now see, how can I do my job? How can I do my job? Huh? Very difficult. And if I move, see, like that, everything is collapsing. That is why I give important positions to my family and friends, so that I can do my job without fear of losing my position in the line. Hari negative.
It's quite an excellent example.
Thank you.
Your Excellency. Right. Now, you were severely castigated for your choice of members of parliament from the national list.
Thank you.
No, what I meant was your MP nominees have been criticized. Well, take for example a certain Miss Suinita Barubisi, who was appointed as an MP. Now, she was formerly an air hostess, and now she's an MP, and surely you understand.
So,
Well,
Mister, you tell me, what does a air hostess do?
I beg your pardon?
What is the duties of a air hostess?
Well, I mean, to look after the passengers' welfare.
What else?
Explain safety procedures.
Then?
Serve food and drink.
Serve.
Yes.
An air hostess serves passengers.
Yes.
And what are passengers? Passengers are people.
Well, yes.
So you agree that an air hostess serves the people, no?
I can't see where you're going with this.
What does an MP do? Serve the people. So I have taken Miss Borbisi and put her into parliament to do the same thing that she did in the plane.
Your Excellency.
Serve the people. She is fully qualified for the post. Next question.
I see. Right. When I interviewed you as leader of the opposition, you assured complete freedom of the media.
Yeah.
Do you plan to live up to that pledge?
Of course, of course. I am all for the media freedom. Huh? But you know, Vesta, I have told the media, they cannot tell lies. They have to tell the truth.
Yes, but you need to realize...
I'm talking to men.
Well,
You are asking me the question, and then when I tell the answer, you are not letting me finish. Huh?
Your Excellency...
What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this? Huh?
Your
This is the
Excellency-
reason, no? All these years you've been interviewing me. Look at what you are.
What?
You're still here.
I beg your pardon.
What happened to me? Listen. So I have told the media they have to be very responsible. Huh? Now, I told the media, you can criticize me as much as you want, but don't criticize my opinions, my character, my decisions, or my policies. I told them you can attack me as much as you want, but don't attack my family and my friends and my policies. I said the media must remember, no? I am the state. I am the country.
I see. Your Excellency, how do you plan to solve the burning issues in your country?
No, of course, the burning issues. I have ordered up-to-date firefighting equipment. Fast trucks, longer hoses. Pagawe, tell.
Yes, Mr. Robert. At Paga Giving Firefighting Equipments Company,
Yes.
we not only have long hoses and faster trucks.
I see.
We also have new firefighting equipments.
Like what?
Now you see, for normal fire, you have water.
Yes.
For electrical fire, you have foam. And for chemical fire, you have C2O.
I think you mean CO2.
Go.
CO2?
No, two other one?
CO2
Yes,
Oh.
කොයි දෙන්නේ? මම ඇමරිකන් නෝටුවක් දැකලා නෑ සර්. අර ඉස්සරහට ඉස්කෝලේ කාලේ අලවන අර පින්තූර වල නම් ඔටුව ඉන්නවා සර්.
Cyril, cut off.
ලංකාවෙත් නෑ. It is not in Sri Lanka.
Cut off. Bernard, you continue.
Thank you, sir. Now you see, I have a plan, right? I am taking all 3 hoses and pasting them together. So one hose will have water, one hose will have foam, and other hose will have CO2. And then for all the fires, we use one hose.
Seems to be a bit of a waste if you ask me.
Cyril, nothing.
Yes, sir.
Western thinking. You're always thinking of the negative side, no man?
Well, it's just been
And this
practical.
world is full of different peoples, no?
Yes.
Those who see the glass half empty and those who see the glass half full.
And those who own the factory that makes the glass.
I see. Well, actually, Your Excellency, what I was asking you was, how do you plan to solve the issues that are pressing at hand?
Hand pressing issues.
Well,
Mister, we Sri Lankans know to use our hands, man.
no, Your Excellency, what I meant was issues like inflation, unemployment, defense, boosting the economy, etc. Yes.
අයියෝ කියන්න බෑ. හිතේ තද කරන් හිටියම හරියනවද?
sorry?
Like that. Now you see. All my policies are boosting the economics now.
I see.
As for the unemployment and the education, I will solve them both in one move. Like a double cut in chess.
What?
Now you see. Why are all these students... wait, what is the biggest problem, you tell me? Everyone is getting the degrees.
Well, that's one thing,
And
yes.
then what happens? The jobs that are available are not good enough for people with the degrees.
That's the issue, I'm sure.
So what is the solution?
Well, I think you need
To
raise-
stop the amount of people getting degrees. So I am initiating a program to take people out of schools and universities and put them into jobs that only require utter pass qualifications. That way there will be no more unemployed graduates.
Right. What about inflation and economic growth?
What inflation meant?
What do you
Yesterday,
mean, what?
as of yesterday, 1 week of me in office, inflation is at 1% and economic growth is at 14%. This was just announced by the new central bank governor.
I presume you're talking about the newly appointed governor of the central bank, your friend Mr. Bernard Pagagiving.
Yes, Mr. Pagagiving took office yesterday.
Thank you, sir.
What qualifications does Mr. Pagagiving have for this post? Other than your friendship, of course.
What qualifications does he need other than my friendship? But anyway, Mr. Pagagiving has qualifications. Huh?
Really?
Yeah, you see, Mr. Bernard Pagagiving had a very illustrious schooling career at the Central College in Kottayam.
All right.
He also has his own bank account. Therefore, he is ideally suited to be the central bank governor.
You're not being serious.
I see, if an American president can appoint his brother as Attorney General, then you people are quiet, no?
Well, that's quite
But when
different.
I appoint an M&M business person of our country as the governor of the central bank, then you buggers are questions, no? I say,
What's the problem,
You
huh?
tell me in your country that your president appoints his enemies to high posts.
That's not the point,
no,
is
no.
it?
Everybody in your country also has a high post, is friends with your president. This is the thing with you people in the West. People with the sins are throwing the glass stone at the first house.
I think you're trying to say people in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones.
What kind of talk is that, man? People in the glass house have gone to see the doctors. Why will they throw stones? It is a stupid thing to say.
Peace exam.
Anyway, let's move on to a happier topic.
Yes.
Now, do you know that I have single-handedly entered Sri Lanka into the Guinness Book of World Records?
Yes, we just heard. Sri Lanka entered the Guinness Book of World Records as the country with the largest cabinet of ministers in the entire world. I believe you have 124 members in your cabinet.
We had 124 3 days ago.
Oh, you reduced it
Now
then?
I have 140.
140?
You say, like I told you, remember some time ago, all those defecators, when I won the presidential election, they are now all defecating back. You must see the way they are calling. Ask my secretary Cyril, he'll tell you. The phone is ringing and ringing. All those chaps now won't vote full.
Well, surely you can't accommodate all of them.
Why not?
I mean, how many subject ministries can you possibly have?
As many as it takes.
Takes for what?
Takes to make Sri Lanka a glorious nation.
Your Excellency.
I say Western thinking. we have so many problems, man. Huh? And I want all of them to be solved, no?
Oh.
Therefore, each problem will be assigned a ministry, no matter how small or insignificant that subject may be.
Give me an example.
Right. Now you see libraries.
Yes.
No country in the world has a minister for libraries, no?
That's true, actually.
But libraries are very important. You tell me why? Huh? Huh? Because libraries are where you keep the books. Therefore, I not only have a minister for libraries, I have a minister for libraries with more than 3,000 books, I have a minister for libraries with less than 3,000 books, and also I have a minister for burnt libraries.
Maybe, but your decision to have a minister for milk seems questionable, Your Excellency. You need to realize that.
Vesta. What is questionable about having a ministry for milk?
But
man?
why would you want one?
Milk is very important, no? So I want to give importance to the subject. Huh? Therefore, not only that, I have a ministry for curd. And a ministry for curd made from buffalo milk.
Your Excellency, does it not seem as a complete waste of the taxpayers' money? I mean, no other country in the world has so many ministries.
No other country in the world is a caring leader like me.
Seems like your cabinet is a disaster waiting to happen.
Vesta, for that, of course, I have the Ministry for Disaster Management, Ministry for Disaster Analysis, Ministry for Disaster Planning, and a Ministry for Disaster Scheduling.
Scheduling.
Yes. You see, I am very forward-thinking. Like that Nostradanish fellow.
Quite. On the subject of disasters, the recent media reports on high failure rates at public examinations has drawn criticism towards the government's education system. How do you plan to change the education system?
Yeah, well, I admit a few students failed the exam last time.
A few. Your Excellency, according to the statistics that I have here, approximately 55% of the students failed mathematics, 63% failed English, and around 8,000 students failed all the subjects.
I said, where do you get those statistics, huh?
From your education ministry.
අලුත්ම දත්තරිසික සර්. ඔක්කොම ෂීට් එකෙන් සර් තිබ්බේ ඒක දුන්නා ඉතින් මම ආපු ගම.
Haraka. Anyway, Western thinking, I'll tell you why that happened. Huh? Those boys failed the exam last year because the other government was in power.
Oh, sir.
This is all the fault of the previous government.
Excellency,
I said they
you must
gave
be
teaching
serious.
appointments to fellows who didn't even have their O-level qualifications.
Are you good?
Anyway, not to worry. I have a new plan to ensure full success rate at the next O-level exam. Huh?
Full success rate?
Of course.
100%?
Yes.
Surely that is not possible.
Of course it is possible.
Tell me how.
Now see, why are these students failing the exam? Huh? Why? Because they don't know the answers for the questions that they are being asked.
Well, that's one way of looking
So what
at
is
it.
the solution? You ask them questions that they know the answers to. Then they will all write the correct answer and pass the exam, no? Yes. I'll give an example. Now see my secretary Cyril.
Yes.
Right. Wait, I'll show you. Huh?
Your Excellency, please.
Wait, I'll show you.
Your Excellency, we have planned this program.
Cyril,
Your Excellency, this is extremely irregular. You need to understand
Now
this.
listen. How many times have I told you, let me talk? Now my secretary Cyril sat for the O-levels 5 times and failed.
I am so surprised.
Right. Now I will show you how under my new plan, even Cyril can pass the exam. Cyril, first question. Mathematics. What is 2 plus 2?
Oh my God.
4.
Very good. Second question. Geography. What is the capital of Sri Lanka?
කොළඹ සර්.
Close enough.
beg your
Third
pardon.
question. Now this is English. What does this sentence mean? Hal messo harigana.
Rice flies very mathematics.
See, now Cyril is so level qualified.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll tell you one thing. If Cyril can pass, anybody can.
Clearly.
Now I'm also coming up with a new program, a new plan actually, to ensure that there will be a low failure rate also. at the A levels and all other exams.
And how is that, Your Excellency? By asking them easy questions as well?
Say, Vesta, you have very one-track mind.
Well, from what I saw here, Your Excellency, this is
I am introducing a new grade.
new grade.
Yeah. Now you see, you have A, no? For those who get above 75.
Yes.
Then you get the B, C, and the D, and lastly you get the S. For those getting above 35. Huh?
Yes.
I am introducing a new grade for everyone getting between 0 and 34. And I will call it ASS.
A grade called AS.
Not AS, man. ASS. Also SAT subject. That way nobody will get F. Huh?
Of course, Your Excellency. Now, Sri Lanka's human rights track record has been on the spotlight.
Sir,
Mr. Nitharama
light
suffering.
එක පොඩෙන් සර් ලයිට් එක කාමරේ ස්පොට් ලයිට් එක සර් ඔෆිස් එකේ නිවන් අමතකුණා සර්.
කටවාපන්කෝ.
Yes. Now, Sri Lanka's human rights track record has been in the spotlight. What do you intend to do about that?
Your track record's weak. Huh?
Yes.
Human rights. Anyway, I already have the Ministry for Human Rights. Huh?
Oh.
Besides
I
that,
also have a Ministry for Animal Rights.
what?
Then there's a Ministry for the humans being treated like animals, and also a Ministry for animals being treated like humans.
Well, of course, with 140 ministers, you do have the luxury of creating ministries willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly? Hester, I don't know any nilly, and I certainly don't want to whether to do this willy. Can you please ask me some serious questions?
That's
man?
not what I...
Shit.
Right, Your Excellency. Now, the UN General Assembly will be held next month.
Yes.
And I gather you're planning to be there. Any specific issue you plan to raise at the Assembly?
Specific issue? No, nothing like that. You know, you see, I just want to go because UN is very important. No? They have office in Colombo and all. You know, it's opening and closing all the time. But there are people working there. No. Also, I want to go to New York and just see. Huh? You know, I want Sri Lanka to take a place on the world stage, man. Imagine me standing there with international leaders, shaking hands, having lunch, exchanging phone numbers. It is such a great opportunity for me. I mean, for the country,
Oh, sir.
On that subject, will Sri Lanka's foreign policy take a shift now that you're in power?
Yeah. We are shifting the foreign policy, yeah. Now you see, we have been friends for a long time with Europe and America and also with Britain.
Yes.
Now I'm making friends with other countries also.
Countries like?
Like Venezuela, Iran, Libya, North Korea. I said, look at North Korea, man. Sin, man. Everybody is scolding them. They have no friends.
With good reason.
I will be their good friend. Like that Libya also.
Yes, I gather you've been very close with the Libyan leader, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah, Libya Gadda. He's a super chap. We are very close. There is a lot that I can learn from him.
Like what?
I say Western thinking. Libya Gadda has been in power for 40 years.
Yes.
Don't you think that there is a lot that someone like me can learn from someone like him?
I see.
Like that, Sri Lanka will be a leading player in global issues. Huh? Do you know that I'm even starting a moon program in Sri Lanka?
Your Excellency, I think you mean space program.
Oh, no, not space, man. Moon program.
Handa.
Yeah, we are going to win the race for the moon.
Your Excellency, I hate to burst your bubble, but you
Oh my God! Ayyo, Western thinking. You must not use words like that in front of me, huh? My bodyguards are very touchy, you know. Mama okay. Cyril, clearance code edende.
Pussy-pool.
Yeah.
කනේ එක.
Pen.
පොඩෙන් විශ්වස්ත මේක. I am clip.
Thank you. I'm lost for words.
Don't worry.
Right. I hate to upset your apple cart. But I think the race for the moon, the race to the moon actually was won by America quite some time ago.
You're not the race to get to the moon, Wester. We are winning the race to develop the moon. I say, the moon? Yeah, I'm going to put a housing scheme on the moon. Look at the cities, man. Huh? Crowded, traffic,
yes.
land prices are high.
Well.
I am developing a beautiful housing scheme on the moon. Sandagedras housing scheme. Like that, I will also have parks, hospitals, schools, car parks, a lot of things. Huh? I'm also building a mental asylum on the moon and putting all the opposition MPs in it. Yes, it will be called Pissu Hadana Sandha. Like that, it will be very developed. Huh? It will be a full moon city.
Of course, Your Excellency. Oh dear. News just in from our Sri Lankan correspondent. Oh dear, I think it's bad news for you, Your Excellency. No, actually, it's good news for you. On hindsight, I think it's just mediocre. President Chaminda Pusswedilla's budget has passed with a majority of 65 votes. Excellent, I must say.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes,
wonderful Western thinking. That is wonderful. Huh? Now, of course, all I can say is that in my hands, with my thinking, my country will be the greatest in the world.
Of course, Your Excellency, of course. Now, that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you and good night.
Western thinking, there's just one more thing I want to say before I go. I want to say it to everyone back in Sri Lanka and especially to the parliamentarians. Thank you for voting for me.
මේ පොලිටිකල්ලට දෙනවා අපි දෙනවා අපේ ඡන්දේ මුන් අපේම මව්බිම කනවා බලන්නකො මාවේ නැන්දේ මේ පොලිටිකල්ලට දෙනවා අපි දෙනවා අපේ ඡන්දේ මුන් අපේම මව්බිම කනවා බලන්නකො මාවේ නැන්දේ
GC
featuring Sunil Baila Chakrabarti. Very nice.